Hi, I'm Cal Van Doren, an application engineer here at AGI, and today I'm going to show you the Station Access utility within Operator's Toolbox. Now, the Station Access utility is a workflow optimization utility that allows you to very quickly and easily create and analyze chain accesses between many objects within your scenario. In this case, what I have set up here is I have a whole constellation of ground sites, and these ground sites range between optical and radar definition trackers for their sensors. And I have a constellation of LEO satellites here, the NOAA satellites, and as well a constellation of GEO satellites, these GOES satellites. And so I'm going to compute very quickly access between my optical trackers and my GEO satellites, and my radar trackers and my LEO satellites. And I'll show you how fast that can be done using the Station Access utility. Station Access utility is this key icon with a circle around it on your Operator's Toolbox plugin toolbar. And how that works is I'll define an access name. So in this case, I'll do optical to geo. Now that I've put the name in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my to object type. So in this case, I'll select the constellation object type, and I will go ahead and select my GOES constellation. Those are my geo satellites. In this case, the from object is going to be a constellation as well, and is going to be my set of optical trackers. So I'll go ahead and select my optical trackers and click that green plus sign. Make note that when you click the green plus sign, your selection goes bold. Make sure that everything that you want factored into your analysis is bold before you continue. Now under the data output options, you have a basic complete access, so that would be a chain computation, or individual object access if you wanted to look at more specifically individual accesses from certain stations to certain satellites. In this case, I'll just do a complete access, which will give me a chain of the two constellations, and I'll go ahead and generate a report and a graph, and I'll just hit generate access. So now I can see, though this graph is not particularly riveting, that I have constant access from my optical trackers to at least one geo satellite. That's what that chain is telling me. Closing that graph, I can see, again, the report reinforces that fact that I always have access from at least one optical site to at least one geo satellite. That's what the chain is telling us. And if I go into my 3D graphics, I can see that that's true here. This red access line, I can see we're coming from our ISRO station, which is an optical tracker, out to GOES 13. And as I animate through this scenario, we can watch as those optical tracking lines start picking up other satellites. And so just because, for example, this ISRO station would always have access to GOES 13 based on geometry, it won't always have access because there is that sun constraint. So one other access that I'll compute using our Station Access tool is our radar sites to our LEO satellites. So I'll change my access name to radar to LEO. And again, I'll keep my to and from object types as constellation, but in this case, I'm going to click on GOES and use the red X to remove it, and instead click on NOAA and click the green plus sign to add NOAA for consideration. I'll do the same thing with my optical site to remove those, and then I will add my radar sites. That's all I need to do to recycle this tool and use it for a different access, so I'll go ahead and just hit generate access. And in this case now I can see, zooming in on my plot, that I actually do have gaps in this access chain, and that a lot has changed since we're going from radar to LEO rather than optical to geo. And this follows all of the same rules as regular access within SDK. It's just a way to optimize that workflow once you have your constellations defined. So thank you, and as always, if you have any questions, please get in touch with us at support@agi.com.